again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Washington football team.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
What you like about him? Guy loves football. Flat out loves it. Has toughness. Wants to hang in there and play through just about everything. And walks that line between creativity and being able to take care of the football, taking those chances and not. When he figures out exactly where that line is on every snap, look out, folks. Jameis Winston will really ascend as a quarterback.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Winston. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down. Robinson, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Going to give this time to the tailback. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson: 15 carries, 58 yards.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 28 yards.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
A loss of 1 brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
now, Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
complete.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
41-yard run.
On third down, Winston. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it.
Complete
15 yards. The pickup, 1st down Washington.
15.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, a a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Holding offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
At the 22-yard line, a 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Jameis to throw it. And Winston lost the football.
Danny Shelton.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 11. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Jaguars 7, Washington 6.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep. It got his man, complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
31-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent. This first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the... And 4th down now coming up. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. And it is good. Well, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Well, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case. I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the red zone now, Winston. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Winston sacked. A a loss of 6 yards.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
To try again after the sack. Winston will find Gibson here complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better...
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Winston sacked.
That was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come over points due to his leg.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
At the 43-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw here. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
46-yard line.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
36-yard line.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
After that run for a first down, I don't know the confidence could be much higher for an offense. They're doing exactly what they want to do on this drive.
Now the rookie's second-round pick, it's A.J. Dillon with it. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's
got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Lambo on for the extra point. With that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
Washington, 9. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own.
And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw for Winston. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Winston's pass.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On second down, Winston again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again with Winston. Open man is Myers. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Winston. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
It's a 5 yards.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
And long.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Titans in control as those two have now gone to halftime. Derrick Henry has a touchdown run. From there, we get up to the Rocky Mountains to check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. 28-12, final score. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And that one all even as they play the visiting Texans. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. Able to slither by. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a carry for Dillon. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Being chased out left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And Adams has it, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Now a run to Dillon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brought down back.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Connection made with Chenault. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's McKissick. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Jackson the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll run it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
And 3.
They'll set up a throw. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard
Out
line.
there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to float this one. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington.
Winston's pass.
A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2. Alert for anything out there. Watching for trouble on the road. And making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll go again with McKissick. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
McKissick, the
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Intercepted by...
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get good.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Washington.
Winston's pass.
Antonio Gibson, his 5th touchdown now. On the year, and Washington has taken the lead.
For the point after.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. There he goes inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's the end of the third quarter with the Washington 24, Jaguars 20.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
At the 12-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Dillon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Washington.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Defense.
Come on, man. Set the tone. You better do something.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Winston now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory.
Complete.
A huge play there for Washington.
1st and goal.
58 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Washington. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And Washington has once again taken the lead. And that will make this a 4-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Yeah, that is Allen still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
I can't believe they let you play.
Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Fielded at about the 28. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Down, Gibson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Winston. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass. Of the afternoon. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And now out come the Jags. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Intercepted by Washington.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down.
Antonio Gibson, incomplete. It's third down.
To throw is Winston. Got a man, it's Gibson complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game. And trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Well, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up third and 8.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Able to complete this to Chenault. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Second down and 10.
got the hook up. It's complete.
The pass.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He may try and run for this, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run, and the Jaguars are back within a score.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there, and in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
The kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio
Gibson
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
So now the Jags down on the scoreboard. 1:06 to play. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
That's good.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 56 yards.
24-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington,
they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.